Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have already filmed this video once already, but I am going to do a little Q&A that I asked on Instagram, and I just got a load of random questions. People wanted to like ask some like get to know me questions. So I've wrote them all down on my phone and I'm going to answer them all. When I first recorded this, I literally just rambled on so much and the video was too long that when I went to edit it, it was just like, I'm just going to redo it. I feel like I just sidetrack, like I go on to one subject and then like I get talking about that, and then I'm just, before I know it, I've been talking 10 minutes. So I'm going to answer them all really quick. And what I'm going to do is, if anyone wants me to speak about anything specific, then I will do videos just based on that. I think that will be easier. So the first question is, everyone asked this one, like so many people has asked me, are you single? I don't know if I give off the vibe that I'm in a relationship on my Instagram or social media, but I am very much single and I'm not seeing anyone at the minute. I'm literally just focusing on myself, and yeah, I'm not really out looking for anything either. Like if someone was to like come into my life just randomly, then I wouldn't like push it away, but I'm single at the minute and I'm just enjoying it. I like being single. So yeah, and then the next one is my favourite festival. This is really random, like going from my single to favourite festival, but I'm not really a massive lover on festivals. I went to Parklife a few times. I've never been to like Creamfields or anything. I once went to Leeds Fest and it absolutely chucked it down, so I hated it. Like I didn't want to ever go there again. So yeah, that's my take on festivals. So the next one is, how did you buy your first home and where do you live? So I'm not going to go into too much detail into this because I think I'm going to do another YouTube video based on that. So yeah, I bought my first house in Barnsley, where I'm from and like where all my family live. And yeah, like it was really lucky. Like I just like at the time I didn't think I'd be able to get a mortgage, and I did. So yeah, it all went through like beginning of last year, so 2022, and it all just worked out, and I was so lucky. Like I found a house that I liked and then moved into it, and then yeah, it all just worked out. But I'll do a video based on more of that, so people can ask more like house questions and like mortgage and stuff like that, because I didn't have a clue when I first started. But yeah, by the way, I am just sat in my dressing gown because it is literally like the most miserable day today. I've just done my hair and makeup and like I don't really want to get out of this, so I'm not lazy, I just want to be cozy. So the next question is, how is your dog getting on? She's actually like my little shadow. Like I was saying, like I should have called her Shadow because she follows me everywhere. Like everywhere I am in the house, she's literally next to me. So like I've got a little bed upstairs in my dressing room, which she just lays in. So when I'm doing anything like this, she's just here. But she's honestly so good. Like I couldn't have wished for like a better puppy stage. Like the training, like peeing outside and peeing in the house, we're still getting there a bit with that. But she's doing good. She is doing well. And yesterday, she actually ran downstairs and I was like, she needs to go out. So I went down and let her out and she did something. I was like, you good girl. So yeah, she's going on really well. How are you finding life after Love Island? I'm finding life like just really good. Like it's been up and down, and I would say that when you leave Love Island, it's like a massive roller coaster. Like I can't even describe it. Like I've just seen they've announced like the new ones for like the winter, and when I'd seen the picture of like the layout of the new villa, I text Coco, well we've been texting each other and we're saying like his heart literally dropped into his belly, and it's not because it's like pressure, it's just weird seeing it, because it's like obviously when you was in it, you was a part of that show, and like before you were ever in it, you were never a part of it, so it didn't really make a difference to your life. But it's like the aftermath of it, it's really weird. Like I can't describe it, but like life is so good, and like I've learned a lot about myself. Like I've took this year as like a really positive like vibe and stuff, and I'm actually loving life a lot more this year. Obviously now Love Island for me were like last year, but yeah, I'm not really like staying towards the Love Island scene. It's like, I'm surprised I've actually answered this question, but this is more on like my mental health and things, because I'm not really like I don't know, I don't really want to be associated with Love Island anymore. But not because it's bad times, just because like it was just a time in my life and I don't want to be known as like that girl from Love Island, if that makes sense. What self-care do you practice when you feel stuck in a bad mental health rut, and what are your tips on staying positive? So self-care, like I go to the gym a lot. I really enjoy going to the gym, and sorry, she's just about to pull my straighteners off. I really enjoy going to the gym. I drink a lot of water. I think reading is really good as well, but I don't really do that. I just try to do it. I feel like I've not really got a good, what's the word, when you like focusing and trying to read, it's like, it's not really that good. But I also think having like a routine is like giving yourself boundaries, and on a night, instead of like laying in bed on your phone, like switch it off and just go to sleep. Like you don't need to be on your phone until like midnight. Getting out and going on walks is definitely a good one as well. I always think that cleaning, like obviously I've got a house, so I like clean my own house, but if you've just got like a bedroom at your mum's, or like you still live at home, then just like clear your room out and like do like a tidy around your room, clean everything, like have a clear out of your clothes, things that you don't want. I think that helps as well, and that's a really good way of like getting yourself off your phone for like an hour or two and not thinking about what everyone else is doing, like just doing something for yourself. It is very like it clears your mind, it's good. But yeah, they're my tips on staying positive. I think staying positive as well is like, when you're worrying about what everyone else is doing, that's never gonna help like what you're doing. Like that's not benefiting you. Get off, no, that's not benefiting you by worrying what everyone else is doing, like, or like or even like comparing yourself to other people. That's not a vibe either, because my Instagram's like looked like I'm having the best time ever when I've been going through such a like shitty part. So like you can't say like, oh, I want their life, or like I'll be happy when I do this, because like happiness is literally a journey, it's not like a place. So when you get to that certain place, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm happy now. It's a bit like I've been in a bad like rut where, say if I've got my hair booked in, or say if I've got my eyelashes booked in, or I've like booked in for some like little filler bits, I'll be like, oh, I'll feel pretty when I do that. And it's like, no, like, you know, it's so stupid thinking that, oh, when I do this I'm gonna feel pretty. It's not, it'll never work like that. But yeah, they're all my tips on staying positive, and they're what helps me. So yeah, the next question is, what are my favourite perfumes? So I'm just going to show you the one perfume that I absolutely love, and like me and all my friends, sorry, she's just playing with a toy. I feel like she just wants to say hello, so let me just show you. Hello, say hello. She's got a toy, look. What's this? She just entertains herself. She's like a little child. Do you know when you put like a child on just one of them like mats where they've got like toys above their head? Like that's what she's like. So yeah. Anyway, this is my favourite perfume. It's called Penhaligon's, and it's Alfette, the name of it. So this is it. It smells unreal. If you've never smelt it, you need to smell it. So me and all my friends once went shopping in Leeds, and there's a, like, for people who don't know like Leeds or anything, or like when you go shopping, there's like a place called Victoria, and when you walk through, it's like a little hallway, and like there's all shops either side of it, and then you just come out of the other end. It's in like Leeds city centre. And we literally walked in and we were like, oh my god, this dog. And we literally walked in and we're like, what is that smell? So we went running into the shop, we were like, is this the smell? And she was like, it's this. And it is £180. It might have gone up now, I don't know, but it is so worth it. It's lasted me, I bought this like a year ago, and there's still like, and I'm not even kidding, like when I go out I spray it so much. So yeah, it's really nice. So the next question is, if you went travelling, what places would you visit and why? Oh, honestly, this dog. So I want to go to Thailand, Australia, America and Bali. Yeah, they're all the places I want to go. Like when I've been there, I feel like there'll not be many places really that I'd want to go after that. Sorry, this dog. Sorry, I actually feel like I've got a child. Right, so yeah, they're all the places I want to go. Obviously, like America, I want to travel like all of America. I want to do like a few places in Thailand, and then yeah, go to Bali and Australia. Like, just they're a local vibe. Like when I see them on Instagram, I'm like, oh, I want to go. So yeah. Right, so the next question is, what is the best advice that you'd give to your teenage self? I literally love questions like that, because I once seen a thing that said, you become the adult that you once wanted as a child. And I can't tell you like how much. I just, like, I believe in that so much, because I always think back to when I was a kid or like a teenager, and I always think that like I want to be like the person that like I would have wanted when I was younger. Like I always think it with like my little cousin. I've got a little cousin and she's like 18, and the way I am with her, I always think like that's the type of person I wanted when I was her age, or like that's the type of things I wanted to hear when I was her age. But like one thing I would say is, if you're a teenager and you're listening to this and you are hard on your parents or like hard on your mum and dad, like they literally just want what's best for you. Like my dad literally gave me so advice, and like my dad's died now, so like knowing that I can't go to him for advice anymore, and not knowing that I was going to lose my dad when I was so young, it's like, it's awful. Like I would do anything now for him to give me the advice that he did, and I literally carry all that advice that he used to get on at me and be like hammering like all these things into me, and I'd literally roll my eyes and be like, yeah, fine, okay, whatever. And it's like I'd do anything now for him to be in my ear about all these little things. So like if you've still got grandparents, like spend time with your grandparents, because they are literally not around forever, and like you never know like how young you're gonna lose them. I were always one of them people that I'd never lost anyone in like my family or anyone close, and then in the space of like 4 years I lost 3 grandparents and my dad. So like all of them losses, then I was like, bleeding hell, like I've literally lost all these people. But it shapes you into like who you are, and you deal with stuff better. And I'm not saying that these people like should have like passed away, but obviously everything happens for a reason. And I always think that I lost all my grandparents to help me to deal with losing my dad. And if I'd have not lost all my grandparents and had all these losses in such a short amount of time, I wouldn't have been able to deal with losing my dad as good as I did. Another advice I would give to my teenage self as well is stay out of like any bitchy vibes and like drama and stuff, because it's something that you get out of when you're in your early 20s. So, well, some people do and some people keep it, and you just don't want to be around that. Like if you're in a group of friends where you feel like they're all being really bitchy and it's not like a nice vibe and stuff, like choose new friends or just stay out of it. Don't get involved. That is my biggest advice. And then the next question is, would you ever grow your hair long or dye your hair a different colour? So many people ask me this and I'm like, do people not like my hair? But at the minute, I'm just going to keep my hair how it is. I'm probably never going to dye it because I love being blonde. So yeah, that's that question. What's your next biggest goal? In terms of like this year, it's like I'm wanting to work a lot harder than what I did last year. I feel like I were in a bit of a like Love Island bubble last year, because obviously it was just getting used to the lifestyle, whereas now I've like learned how to deal with like jobs and everything that I do like on my content and Instagram and like TikTok. Like I've learned how to do all that, and it's been like adapting from having just a normal job to being like now a content creator. It is really weird. So I'm wanting to put a lot of effort into like my social media, but also like show that Instagram's not what it cracks up to be. Like I want to be like my own person on all my social media. I don't want to show that I'm having like such a good time when I'm not, and like be honest like with people that follow me. It's like I want to be a relatable person. I have got some other like goals in 2023 as well, just like a few in mind, but I feel like I don't want to share them. Like it's a secret, and when they happen then I can show you like these were my goals and they've come true. So yeah, I'm just manifesting them at the minute. So yeah, and the next question then is, how do you deal with insecurities or weight insecurities? Well, I always think, and I always say this as well, Even like for me, there is always going to be a girl that is prettier than you. Like, there's always going to be someone that's got something that you've not. If that's being like a bigger house or bigger boobs, like, there is always going to be someone that's doing better. There's always, not doing better, because you're only doing like what you want to do. That there's only going to be someone that has got something that you've not got. So you've just got to be so happy like with what you've got, because your own little like imperfections and differences from other people is just what makes you you. And it's, I can't even like stress it enough how annoying it is when people are just like I do it. I'm so guilty of it. I'll be like in mirror going like, oh god, I've got such man shoulders, and it's like, what? Like, even thinking about it now, like, I know I've said that in the past. And you like saying stuff to yourself in mirror is the worst thing that you could do. Like, that negativeness is just not a vibe. Like, you can't do that. Let's have no negative vibes like that in 2023, please. Because you're just putting yourself down for no reason. You've just got to look, just think about when you look at yourself in mirror, it's like, I don't like that, but like, no, don't even think that. Just be like, what do I like? And focus on them bits. It's like, I don't know, I always think there are little things that I probably don't like about myself, but there is also other stuff that I do like about myself, and you've got to own it. You have got to own it. And then weight insecurities as well. I always deal with weight insecurities like, I think you are what you eat. And I really believe in that as well, because when I've been eating really like shitty foods and stuff, like takeaways, been like eating like Five Guys, McDonald's, you don't feel nice. Like, it does not make you feel good. Like, it might taste nice, yeah, when you're hungover, fair enough, a one-off. However, like, dealing with weight insecurities, I just think it's a move that you can make on your own. Like, obviously we all have like different bodies, and it's not as easy for some people as it is others. But you are in control of like what you do. You need to set yourself boundaries and have that willpower. Did you go back to your job after Love Island? So no, I actually didn't, because I did cabin crew before I went on Love Island. So I don't think, I'm not saying that everyone's like, oh my god, it's Shine off Love Island, like, but people do recognise you and people know you from the show. So I wouldn't really want to take that onto a cabin crew job. But I always think that I do want to go back to cabin crew eventually. Like, one day I will definitely go back to it, because I absolutely love that job. But at the minute, I'm really enjoying doing what I want to do. Well, doing what I am doing. Like, I really enjoy it. It's so good, and I'm so lucky to be able to do what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm just enjoying the time that I've got at the minute. And one day maybe I will go back to cabin crew. The next question is, what is your actual type? I haven't really got a type, but if someone can like make me laugh and I just get along with someone, then I will just be attracted to them. Obviously, first initial attraction would be someone that's like really tall, probably darker hair. I've never really been with a boy that's got lighter hair before, but like I say, I'm not like, oh, I would never date a boy with light hair. It would just depend on how I've met them and the attraction and everything, but personality is a massive thing for me. Okay, the next question is, what's the most amazing thing you've done or happened to you in 2022? So 2022 was the year that I bought my house. It were a year that I decided to go off and like live in another country, like leave all my family and friends behind. So that was like a massive leap. I think buying my house and my little dog has been like the best thing that's happened to me. It's been so good, and that's just changed my life as well. Like, being able to have a home that is my home and my base, like where everything is just so nice, and the feeling is just like, it's surreal. It's good. And so the last question is, do you like being a Yorkshire girl, and would you move anywhere else in the UK? Yeah, I love being a Yorkshire girl. I feel like everyone always says that your Yorkshire accent's really welcoming. But yeah, like, I wouldn't change where I live. Like, I love being where I'm from, and like, I love walking through like my town centre where I'm from, and like seeing people I know, like bumping into like family and friends. Like, I'm really close to all my family. Like, I literally could like walk into town and see someone I know. And I don't know, I just like it. I can't really see myself living anywhere in the UK, but if I was to like meet someone and we live somewhere else, like that wouldn't bother me either. I am really close to all my family, so it would be a bit annoying being away from them, but if I were in the UK and I could drive to them, that'd be fine. Like, I think when I lived in Dubai it was just a bit annoying because obviously I was literally like an 8-hour flight away, so yeah, that wasn't ideal. So yeah, but they're all the questions that I got asked on my Q&A on Instagram. They've all been like very random and like a mixture of things, but yeah, like I said, if I've spoke about anything in this YouTube video where you think like I'd want you to talk about that, like for example, like I could do a video on my house. I think I am going to already do one. But if there's anything else that you'd like me to talk about, or just do a video like just based on that, then I will do. If not, then just comment and let me know what you think to this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So yeah, I'm off to my appointment now for my eyebrows microblading. But thank you all for watching, and I love you all. Bye.